not have predicted where I am going tonight if you had asked me to predict it. I am headed to O'Hare to pick up my niece and my goddaughter. I get a phone call from my sister around 6 p.m. asking me if I happen to be in Chicago, and I'm like, I said no, is everything okay? She says, yeah, kind of. And I said, okay, what's going on? She said, I had to, so my sister and my sister and brother-in-law and their family are moving to Virginia. And so my sister came home to pack up the rest of the stuff, and her husband's headed out there this week with the rest of their stuff. My sister needed a little bit more help with the cleanup before they moved out. So at the last minute, she decided to send her oldest daughter on her first solo flight, which is tonight. And she sent her, and she was supposed to go all the way to Appleton, but her flight was delayed, and long story short, I'm picking her up at O'Hare, and she is coming to my house. I'm so excited. I haven't seen her. I saw her at Christmas time, but it's always nice to see any of my nieces and nephews. I love them all so much. And then my brother-in-law is going to come and pick her up tomorrow morning, so she's going to get to spend the evening with us. I can't wait to hear how her first solo flight went, because I remember the first time I sent my oldest son, Roman, on his first solo flight to fly out to my other sister in Philadelphia. He was so excited, and I was so nervous, and he was, I think he was 16 at the time, 16, 17, I think he was 16. He did great. He'll always remember that flight, and my niece will always remember this flight, and she'll remember it even more because it kept getting delayed. It was like delay. First they had mechanical issues, delay, and then they got delayed on the tarmac for takeoff. So she is a true sport, and I can't wait to hear about her first solo flight experience. So I'll let you know what I find out. My niece had a positive flight experience, and she even got to watch them change a tire while she waited right by her. Monday rolled around, and I had to go to Farm and Fleet to pick up some chicken feed. But while I was at Farm and Fleet, I was surprised to find out that Carhartt, the brand, actually has their own line of purses. Not only purses, but they also have a line of shoes. Maybe this is nothing new and I'm just now realizing it, but it took me by surprise somewhat. I know Carhartt has become more popular in the recent times, but I just thought this was a unique find. And there are those shoes. They had ones for women and for men. Oh no! And while I'm at the farm store, I had to check out the newest UTV that they have in stock. I feel like every spring they get some new brand of UTV, and this year this is the new brand. But I like this bench seat in the front because you could fit 3 people in it, and it looked really sleek. It almost looked like an electric car, and it actually turned out to be. All right, dear friends, I am at my routine Botox appointment, which isn't so routine because the last time I was here was November 22. I can't even believe it. I have to say, the reason I get it is because these think lines or hourglass or whatever they call them, they did pretty well for over a year of no freezing. So part of the reason I do it is because this was so deep. And the other part is that I found as a side effect that it actually helped me significantly with my headaches. I suffer from chronic headaches, and it seemed to reduce the number of headaches I get. And so partially is cosmetic, partially is physical. Here's a brief inside look of the office. It's very peaceful and relaxing, and it was a sunny day out, so it was beautiful inside. Truck and I both come to this plastic surgeon, and we trust him very much, and he's super friendly. Love his work, and I'm happy to be back here. I really can't believe it's been that long. Okay, Dr. Poir, I'm so happy to be back.
It's been a long time.
It's been too long.
All right, we're gonna do the same as we did, I guess, back in 2022. So
crazy, time flies.
Sure does.
I'm gonna take this out though, so my head isn't bubbled.
Okay, I'm just gonna rest this here. Just wiping. What's on the docket for spring break?
Not sure yet. You have any? Did you were you going to Greece or Italy?
We were supposed to go to Greece during the pandemic, but then
did you ever?
We never ended up going there. So
that's where my son said I promised I would take him.
Okay.
When he was 16, and I'm like, I said that.
Just gonna hold you to it now.
Yes.
How's Monoshek doing?
She's doing all right. Thank you, Dr. Poir.
Yeah, no problem. Good to see you.
See you in how many months?
4 months.
Thanks. Not another
4
year and 4 months. All right, post doctor's appointment, I went and treated myself to a Starbucks because lately I'm trying to avoid Starbucks to save some money, and I'm making my coffee at home, or I'm waiting until I get home to have my coffee because those darn Starbucks, they add up quickly. And now I am headed to Stein's Garden Center. I went to Farm and Fleet. I stopped by Farm and Fleet a couple days ago, and they had their vegetable seeds in, but there was a few that I could not find. They didn't have the biggest selection, so I'm going to stop by Stein's Garden Center to see if they have non-GMO seeds for the things that I'm looking for. I'm not going crazy this year on seeds. I decided to only plant what I know we're going to eat. And you may say, well, that seems like normal. Well, in the past, I've just planted a bunch of stuff because it looks, I think I should, or it looks interesting at the time. So this year I'm going to be really targeted in what I plant because I want to plant what we'll eat so that I can preserve whatever it is that does hopefully grow. Today's another warm March day. The sun is beautiful. I'm loving it on my face. I'm going to stop by Aldi's and Costco on the way home to pick up a couple of items, and then on to more projects at home like always. So I went and checked out the seed selection that they had at Stein's, and they had quite a bit more of a selection than they did at Farm and Fleet. And then I decided to walk around and relax and look at all the beautiful decorations and garden decor that they had out for spring. Take a look at this cute fountain and all the different beautiful colors. It was so festive and reminded me that spring is just around the corner. And I absolutely am very eager to get to that point where I can grow my garden. Spring is definitely in the air, but the temperature is not. I changed up my plans and skipped Costco and Aldi's and headed to one of our favorite Greek restaurants nearby for a quick and healthy dinner. I just got my Greek Dream Chicken Pita because I had so many errands to run today, and my son is not home. My son is with his dad. So I decided, instead of, I have a kitchen to clean still from last night. Oh my goodness gracious. Some days and some nights are just too busy to stay caught up with basic tasks. And yesterday was one of those days. So I decided to get myself something healthy to eat instead of stressing myself out. And it's a family-run business which we love to support, and it has really tasty, high-quality, healthy food. So that is the story about my Euro today. That's my Euro story. That's my hero story. Depending on who you are and how you pronounce this term right here. Some pronounce it hero. It'll be my hero tonight because it's gonna feed me. Hi dear friends, today is Friday and my oldest son is coming home from college for spring break, and I get to enjoy him for one evening because then he's taking off with his friends to go visit another friend that's moved out of state. So I'm happy that I get to see him. Sad that he's going to be going, but I'm happy that he gets to spend time with his friends. So I wanted to provide you with some updates on some previous videos. So the first update I have is on the dishwasher that I purchased. After I made that video and posted it, I'm like, oh my goodness, I've had so many appliances and things break in the last year. My water heater went out and flooded my basement partially. My dishwasher went out. My washing machine went out. Hopefully that's my trifecta and I'm all done because I'm tired of having to replace appliances that really should be lasting a lot longer than they are. So the update with my dishwasher is that I really like it a lot. It washes my dishes very well. Here is the new dishwasher. It's so quiet. The sales rep said they had to put a light on so people knew it was on. And here we have so many more options than what I had before. It's an all stainless steel tub. The whole tub is stainless steel. It has an arm here, which is a lot bigger than my previous upper arm. And it has a third row with a small, there's a jet up there somewhere. So I can't wait to run it. I'm very satisfied with that purchase. The update is I had mentioned in the previous video that I was going to keep my old dishwasher and put it in the basement as either a secondary dishwasher or a place to stack clean dishes. I got rid of it. It did not stay in the house. The technician that was installing it said, my recommendation to you is throw it out. This is garbage. He's like, I'm impressed that it lasted for you 10 years. He said the inside's plastic. My new one is all stainless steel. So he's like, that's my recommendation, but we'll do whatever you want. I'm like, get rid of it. I don't want to hold on to broken old stuff if there's no need. So my youngest son was relieved to hear that because he didn't want me keeping it in the first place. So that one item we got rid of. The second update I wanted to provide you was on my heart CT scan. So I'm going to include the results right here. And they were very positive. They were positive results, which is partially the reason I'm sharing it with you. But I was so relieved and very happy that they were positive results because I have had some health complications and I didn't want another one popping up in my life, so that was a huge relief. And the third update I would like to provide you with is about my back. If you watched our previous video, you know that I did something to some muscle or nerve on the left side of my back. I went to the chiropractor last week and a massage therapist last week, and this week I went to the chiropractor again. And I'm applying heat and cool packs to it and some Voltaren. I'm not sure. It's over-the-counter medication that's for arthritic pain. It is much better. It's calmed down significantly, that pain. It's not completely gone. However, compared to where I was last week, Monday, I'm doing a lot better this week, Friday. So those were the 3 updates that I kind of wanted to follow up on, because sometimes I put things out in videos and then I forget to follow up, or life gets so hectic I forgot it even happened. So that's the updates on those 3 things. So right now I'm going to get my son from his friend's house. His friend drove him from college, which is almost 4 hours away, to the friend's house, and I'm driving to the friend's house, which isn't too far, to pick my son Roman up. So I got to see him 2 weekends in a row. That's always a blessing and amazing. And they grow up so darn quickly. When you're in the heat of it, when you're in the midst of it, it seems sometimes like it's dragging forever, and you're like, I can't wait until they can either take care of themselves or be on their own, or what have you. But then people say this frequently, and they said it when I had little kids, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I feel so trapped right now. It happens like that in an instant, and they're all grown up and doing their own thing with their own friends, and yeah, that's life. So if you stayed around in this video until the end, thank you so much for your time and your support. We are always very grateful, and we are sending you lots of love, positivity, and always peace. See you in the next adventure. Bye-bye.